finally found the precious. I think this app is something really special and I want to share it with you. Welcome to Learn Jazz Bass with Matt Rubicki. I'm glad that you're here. We're talking about an app today called the Feel Book. And I wanted to share it with you because I think it's really cool. And I wanted to also let you know this is not a paid promotion or advertising at all. I really think it's something great and I thought that you might benefit from it, so I wanted to share it with you. This is developed by a guitar player named Jonathan Kreisberg, and he is a monster player. I knew of him in New York City, but we never got a chance to play together. Well, he created something that is pretty cool, and part of what makes it special is that he's got real players playing on these tracks that we can play along with. And it's not just any real players, these are certified badasses. Like on bass, he's got Kiyoshi Kitagawa, Matt Brewer, Joe Martin, Danton Bowler. I forgot that Danton's on it too. And drummers like Willie Jones III and Ari Honig are playing on it. On piano, Dave Kokoski and Victor Gould on piano. So these are, and more, there are real heavy hitter bass players on here and other musicians too. So this gets to that thing that we're complaining about with iReal Pro, where the feel isn't right. Here, the feel is totally right, but you still get a lot of opportunities to manipulate information so that you can practice well. Another thing that is hip about this is that you have the ability, if you so choose, to use it in a way that has never been used for iReal Pro before, which is to transcribe the parts. You know, you can, of course, change how much piano and bass and drums is in a mix. Normally, you would just turn the bass entirely off. But in this instance, the bass sound is so good and the players are so high quality that you could turn the drums and piano off and transcribe the bass part. Take a listen to how good this sounds. What's also hip is that Jonathan has put the time in to both put in correct chord changes, that often isn't the case. Jonathan is very carefully looking at the chords that he's putting in these changes and also explains why. In descriptions, information about the actual pieces, about the tunes, he has some history of the songs and who wrote them and so on, but also why did he put this chord in this particular bar? And that is, to me, invaluable information. That alone might be worth the price of admission. So there's a couple of sort of, you know, cons to it, so to speak. I mean, I don't want to completely glaze it, as the kids are saying these days. There aren't as many tunes as iReal Pro, but they're adding tunes every month or maybe more. So there'll be more. All the tunes that they have on there are completely legitimate tunes that you want to play for sure. So they're good choices already on what's on there. And the other thing is, like, I don't think you can export the audio like you could with iReal Pro. And I don't know that you can export the chart either, actually. I'm not sure. I'll put on screen. I'll look into that and then put on screen if you can actually export the PDF of the chart. But those are kind of minor things considering what you're getting from it, which is this amazing chance to play with great players. I tried to do that in my course Jazz Bass 101 Walking Essential Tunes because I had some original compositions on my CD that I recorded with some great heavy hitter players too, like Ulysses Owens and Gerald Clayton on piano. And I removed my bass part and provided those tracks for those that bought the course so you could play along. So this is that same idea, but here you can manipulate the tunes and you're playing standards. I didn't provide that for standards for my original compositions. So that is something that is different here. Another sort of slightly negative thing, is that yes, you can change the key from where the default is, but essentially they're just modulating the audio. There's not new chord changes coming in. So you can go within reason, and then past that point, it sounds a little funny. If you were to go up, you know, five half steps or more than that, probably sounds funny. Still, it exists like that. And there's also a sort of a global transposition for horn players that's not important for us, but you can put everything in B flat or E flat for, you know, tenor or alto or trumpet and so on and so forth. So that's a cool thing. One of the, you know, I think strongest points behind this, and iReal Pro too, but you know, I can give a full-throated endorsement to this, is because Jonathan is a great player. And so because he's involved in it, the information that you're getting is going to be thought out, is going to be as accurate as possible, and so on and so forth. And again, we get to play with amazing players like Dave Kokoski and Willie Jones on drums, and we can listen to great bass players. My gosh, Matt Brewer's on this, you know, and we can transcribe them if we want. So because we have a musician involved in creating it, you've got cool things like, for example, there's one version of like All the Things You Are that's in 7 that is sort of inspired by the famous Brad Mehldau version of that. So you've got, you know, real players playing in 7, and it makes it a lot more fun to play along with that. And the fact that it's inspired by the Brad Mehldau arrangement, you know, adds that little bit of extra oomph and authenticity to the whole thing. So I really recommend this to be in your toolbox of apps to practice along with. I'm going to be using it a lot. I can't drop the recording that I'm playing with here in the video is something that they sent to me for the video. I asked them for it because I don't think you can export the audio either. Because they're live players, right? Like we want to respect the fact that Danton Bowler is playing bass on this, and we don't want to just share his, work with everybody necessarily. So that's all understandable to me. As I said, I hope that you take a listen to this, check it out. I'll put the link to the webpage below so that you can take a listen for yourself. I do recommend that you check it out. I hope that this was helpful for you, this little short video, and I wish you a very happy holidays if you celebrate. Right now it's holidays 2025. Thanks for joining me, and always remember, straight ahead and strive for tone.